Well, good morning, guys. Look at this screen filled up with a bunch of friendly faces on a Tuesday morning, but it's not just Tuesday morning, man. It is 10-4 day. Happy 10-4 day, everybody.
It is the
10-4 day.
Tuesday morning. The
It is.
Tuesday morning.
It is. It is. This is the most important Tuesday of the year, 2022, October 10-4 day here, and we're celebrating in a special event today, and we've got a lot of great stuff that we're going to be sharing with you guys and talking about, kind of going tripping down memory lane a little bit, but we've got some really cool stuff that we're going to be offering too that our friends at 4 State are going to be bringing to us to share with you, as well as us here at 10-4 Magazine. So good morning, man. Look at who's in the screen with me, sharing it with Dan the Man. I got the boss man, Bryan Martin, over here at 4 State Trucks, and Joplin, Missouri, coming to us this morning. So guys, I couldn't think of a better way to start except for my coffee and my 10-4 magazine mug. Bryan, we need to get Bryan one of these. I'm telling you, right? I don't know why he doesn't have
Hey,
one.
I'm empty-handed. You've left me empty-handed, John.
I know. God dang it.
I know
maybe
we can hook you up.
Well, I think we need to let him win one. Something. Dan, what's going on, man? Look at you wearing your Bass t-shirt. I love that, man. That's one of my favorite. Hey, Jake Bass, buddy, right on. I love that shirt. I just wore it yesterday out with some friends, and everybody always comments when they see that shirt. So
it's a fun shirt. Good guy, fun shirt. Thank you for getting me this in Nebraska, Jake. Thank you.
We got people already over here in the queue saying good morning, and this is going to be the
They're making up their own hashtags now.
Yeah, I want my 10-day gifts or something, right? Make them up as you go. I know we've got some hashtags for you guys, but this will be the true test of Studio 10-4 Live right here. Hey, how many people are up at 9 o'clock in the morning?
I think Billy Joe is on to something here. Next year, we need to do the 10 days of 10-4 day.
You know what?
Why not?
I don't see why not. We can do that. I mean, they got that. What's that other holiday? Christmas or something? Everybody celebrates. I mean, I think we're it. I think this is bigger than Christmas now.
Well, we're not bigger than Christ.
Okay. Well, I didn't say Christmas, but Christmas, Xmas. How's that? I don't know. Anyway, we're definitely something. We've got a special holiday going, and we were just kind of talking about that a little bit. Before we do, I just want to say good morning to everybody. Man, did I hear a cowbell?
Yeah, sort of. Welcome, caller. Welcome, caller.
You know what? If that was a cowbell, now we're really hitting the morning drive, because that's the cowbell call in the morning for the morning drive right there. But gosh, look at all these people tuning in already, man. So that everybody's up for the 10-4 day celebration. I'm excited. Miss Julia in the queue, Miss Shannon, Billy Joe, Pete Henderson. Pete Henderson, where are you at today, Pete? This guy calls all the way from somewhere in Europe, right? I don't know if it's England or Scotland or Ireland, but Pete Henderson is definitely the furthest traveled virtual viewer of Studio 10-4 Live. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about 10-4 day. What's 10-4 day all about, man? Why is this such a cool and fun and important thing here in our world?
You asking me?
Oh, yeah.
I'm asking you, Dan. Dan, you're the man. You're the 10-4 man. You've been here all of 29 years. We've just kind of merged in together as we've ran into one another. So you're it.
Well, as we were discussing earlier, I mean, honestly, I'm getting press releases from big corporations, and I mean, for the last few days, everybody talking about 10-4 day, and which kind of legitimizes a holiday that I'm going to go out on a limb and say we, not necessarily me, but we. 10. Well, how do you do this?
You got it. Got it. Yeah.
There you go. The 10-4 created. So obviously, y'all know Eric Biggie, my co-founder and past partner that passed away. He lived and breathed everything 10-4, as you know. Yeah, you got 10.4 second hugs. You got $10-4 for Christmas. You got you got everything 10-4. So it was really his brainchild early on to celebrate this 10-4 day on October 4th.
Just saying.
All right, there you go, huh?
Just saying.
So I'm going to go out on a limb and say he created this holiday. We've been celebrating it, for the last 28 years, let's say. And I feel like the trucking industry finally got on board a few years ago, and now apparently they've all stolen it from us. So now it's everybody's holiday. So
well, hey, they're sharing it. They're sharing it. They're sharing it with us now. They finally jumped on board and sharing with it. Yeah.
Better wording. You're probably right.
And Pete Henderson, by the way, it's 5 p.m. in Scotland where he's at. How about that, man? Anyway, the holiday has emerged into this industry-wide thing. I can't wait to see how the rest of the day goes, being that it's 9 o'clock in the morning here on the West Coast, and where it takes off and goes from there, because we got a lot of cool stuff that we're going to be promoting all day long and sharing and celebrating along the way. So does that mean Big E's kind of like Father 10-4 sort of thing? Like there's Father Christmas, Father 10-4 kind of. How do you put that into perspective? Sort of, right?
We can go with that.
Okay. All right. And then along the way, which, as has been the way of 10-4, I mean, meeting people, making friends, making family. I mean, literally, look at Bryan Martin, the BossMan, down here in the screen, and he's been along this ride here for quite a while too. I mean, there's two super strong consistents in the industry right here in front of everybody. Bryan, you've been along since you tell when did 10-4 and 4-state trucks merge or collide? When did that happen?
Oh gosh, I'm the world's worst at dates, but I would have to say it goes back to pretty close to 2000, 2002. And we've been running around with you guys for a while, in the industry at different events and at GBAT certainly and other things. And you couldn't spend any time at all with Eric and Dan. And so at some point in the conversation, October 4th was going to come up as the company holiday and like a sacred day that the world shuts down and homage and observance at 10-4. And that was always in a fun way. And I guess we've been hanging out together so long, I don't even put it on my calendar. When I wake up on October 4th, it's 10-4 magazine day. It's stuck. And so that's why we kind of got together a few days ago. And I said, man, let's do a little something special. And we want to be involved, let us know where we fit in. But it's just a fun thing that kind of plays into your name, and everybody can get on board and kind of celebrate October 4th.
Well, and there's a lot of people at 10-4 magazine that help to make that realization happen, and not just for 10-4 day, but to get to that point throughout the year. And I can bring some of these guys into the mix right now. Dan, what do you think? You want to help with talking about some of these folks? Bruce Mallinson comes right up here on the top of the list, not because of any other reason than he's just first in order, but longtime contributor, longtime partner at 10-4, as is most of these people that you're going to see here, right, Dan?
I believe Bruce has been writing his article each and every month since 1999.
Wow.
And only getting better. And you know what? So Bruce played an integral part in something that we shared this year at our first Truckin' for Kids that we put on, and that was Mario Manette. I met Mario at Matt's this year, and he was there with Bruce, and they were right next to each other in each other's booth, and that's how that whole thing all started, with Mario and the Beast and getting on board there. And what a great guy! What another great 10-4 connection.
Yep, good guy, very good guy. I've never met a guy so happy to blow up
or catch on fire, right?
I mean, he's the kind of guy that he caught on fire and then looked at it as a blessing.
I'm telling you, one of a kind guy, but I wish there were more people like him in the world. What a genuinely just nice, great guy. Go on, Dan. Tell us.
This is Brian, longtime contributor Brian Welsh, and his daughter, who's now all grown up.
Right.
This is an older picture, but Brian has helped us behind the scenes a lot, done a lot of show reports, and he's one of our truckers, boots on the ground kind of guy we go to when we need advice. Definitely been a big help getting our Pacific Northwest started up too for distribution. Clint Moore, everybody knows Clint.
This guy just blows my mind. How many guys on the West Coast have had a Clint Moore truck built?
Yeah, I feel like we're his. I thought he was just feeding us the California guys for a while, and then I realized no, most of his customers are from the West Coast. So good for him.
I'm telling you, Peter built out here. Everybody's probably. I think the guy could probably put himself out there on the market and go to the highest bidder, and everybody can want him. He keeps, he's selling everything out around the West Coast, plus Kansas City Pete, right? So.
Yep.
Dennis
Mitchell's pretty new to our fold. Veterans View author, been around, I don't know, about 3 years probably. Does a great article every month. He's obviously a veteran driver and has insights that a lot of guys don't have. And and he's very funny and very witty, and he's a great writer. So his articles are always good.
The traveling lawn chair now.
Yes.
Have you guys seen that? The traveling lawn chair. That's Dennis's thing now. If y'all aren't friends with Dennis on Facebook, I suggest you reach out to him and you can be part of the traveling lawn chair. He takes that thing out and sets it wherever he's at, and it becomes a view and a story every time he does. Great guy. Frank Strohmeyer.
Frank Strohmeyer. Yep. He is an occasional contributor and does some features and some show reports, and from the
pretty
Midwest.
much a constant in Matt's in Louisville every year, right?
Yep. He usually comes to that every year with his friend, and we see him occasionally here and there throughout the year, and always been a great, insightful, good guy too.
Can always tell Frank's shots, you know, and everybody kind of has their signature shots. And when you're looking in the magazine, or if you see something, you know, on social media, at least I look at stuff and I go, well, that's a Frank shot, or that's a Stephanie shot, or that's a Dan shot. You guys all have kind of your own look, you know. There we go.
Well, what's that? Look at that beautiful facelift.
Hey, that's back here at headquarters, little old Joplin, Missouri.
Look at that. Looking good.
That's Brian's office. He sits there and looks out the window all day.
Not quite.
He's got a chrome coffee cup and whatever else going on.
You guys did a great job on that remodel, by the way. It looks fantastic.
Thank you. It was quite a transformation, boy. It was a big step forward.
And I had to put in a picture from GBATS last year because, you put us right at the front door. I mean, what can I say? You guys always are looking out for us. That does not go unnoticed. We totally appreciate that prime spot right there at your front door.
No problem.
You know, I got to say something about before I talk about those two mugs. There's something about Southern hospitality, and I don't see this, and I don't make mention of it because it doesn't happen too many times. But at your store, every time I go to that door to go in the front door, the people are so polite. Everybody's opening the door and yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, please, can I help you, sir, ma'am? I mean, it's so refreshing to get that America still loves one another. You know, man, it's there and it's present.
We try to just keep it real. I'm glad you noticed it. Yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Oh, it's Brian. It is wonderful to have that. And with a show as big as GBATS is too, you'd think it'd be all chaotic and crazy. And I'm sure in its ways it is for more for some than others, right?
Right.
I made a note of that exact same thing in my Nebraska show report this month, that you just can't beat the Midwest for nice people. You just can't. It's just too bad you guys have those cotton picking tornadoes.
Oh my gosh.
Otherwise we'd move there.
Tornadoes or hurricanes, one or the other. You know, we got the earthquakes and the fires, and you guys got the tornadoes and the hurricanes. Well, Mr. Eric Hill and yours truly right there hanging out at a GBATS dinner. And I was thinking, Dan, you're probably over here serving up ice cream and at maybe not yet, but you're at some point going to be, right? Isn't that kind of where it was happening?
Yeah, I think Carl and I was doing most of that year. Yeah. Actually, I think Brian had some people helping us too, but
I know that, and that goes back a few years ago too. So that was pre-COVID, I believe, on that one, right?
Looks like it. Yep.
Yeah, 25-year shirts are out, so I guess so.
Yeah.
Who do we got here?
Casey Aslinger, who's a pretty new contributor. She's doing a few show reports, done a few features, and we're getting her worked into the system.
And I might add, in front of and behind the camera lately. So congratulations, Casey, on that.
And you know, and also her show, what is it? Show and Shine for a Special Kind.
Yes,
coming up this month.
I believe this weekend. This coming up this weekend in Missouri.
So let's take a look. I'm going to 104magazine.com to our events tab, and I'm looking it up right here, and we have Show and Shine for a Special Kind, October 7th and 8th, and that's at the Mineral Area College in Park Hills, Missouri. Anybody wants any information, we've got the link to their Facebook page right there, so all you got to do is click on it. But yeah, that's going to be one of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or so shows left in 2022. Can you believe it? Man, we're finally at that end of the show season. Boy, it's hard to believe, but there's a lot of shows this year.
This year went fast.
Bryan, what do you think, man? Was there more shows this year ever than in the history of truck shows, or what?
I've been saying for about 3 years now, or, I guess I got to go back a little pre-COVID, but there's almost multiple shows every weekend. If you look at all 48 states, like there's a lot of great events to pick from now, and you don't necessarily have to drive 500 miles. So they've really caught on and grown.
Well, I mean, you just look at this list of our show publications that we made for 2022. I mean, this thing's no joke.
Hey, 15 years ago, there wasn't 15 events on there. That's the way it's spread. The enthusiasm has spread.
And the really cool part is that so many of them now are going to raising money for charity.
Right.
Back in the day, I guess shows were for profit. I can't even imagine that, but now it seems like every show is raising money for a charity, and that's pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I think the underlying common denominator is that everybody's, doing a fundraiser and coming out of what we did here in the last 2 or 3 years, man. I think we all reached on to those that we knew were going to, help us and one another and get through the mess of the pandemic, right? So I'm glad that 4 State Trucks made it through, and so did 10-4 Magazine. And while we're rolling through here and talking about some of these folks, wait a minute, don't forget about Miss Shannon.
Miss Shanny, she's right here.
Hi, Miss Shanny. Are you going to get in the live shot?
She doesn't currently look like that.
Was that a nope? Okay, never. So, she looks good here, darn it. I'll tell you what, every day, 24/7, right there. Good job. And there's Miss Stephanie, the diesel addict, right there.
Yep. Stephanie become a very valuable member of our team, helping me with production and show reports and behind the scenes and some marketing help and features and covers. And yeah, she's kind of doing it all now.
Take a second here and recognize a few folks that jumped in. We got Kim Jakes joined us here in the show. Mr. Christopher Fife right there in the show with us. Nice to have you guys along. And Billy Joe Burrell, of course. Sean Rowe, some of the usual suspects that are here on the show with us. I had a segue going there a minute ago, and now I lost my train of thought, but it'll come back to me. It does that. It wanders around. Post-COVID brain fog.
Stephanie and Shanny.
Yep. Mr. Tim Siebens.
Yep. This is Eric's nephew, Tim Sieben, who's now in charge of managing Trucking for Kids and helping us put this show together. And he's doing a little bit of stuff for 10-4 as well, but mostly Trucking for Kids. We're getting him pumped into the system.
Yes, we are.
Everybody knows well, maybe not. I don't know. Trevor Hardwick, our resident poet.
I think he's gone a little more work done on that tattoo. That was the outlines going. I wonder what it looks like now, or if it's still the same. Have you seen that lately? That's an older pic, I think.
That's an older pic. Yeah, I haven't seen him too much lately. So,
but
did you see his new truck he just debuted? Brand new Peterbilt with a double eagle sleeper and
yes.
Oh wow.
Pretty cool deal.
Hey,
who's this?
There's Mama Martin.
That's Mama Martin right there. That's right.
Matriarch of the Martin clan there, by golly.
The boss lady.
That's right. And when is this from? Let's go back in time. Where are we at? Where do you think?
We got to be 2002 or 3, I would guess.
Yeah, I think that was Vegas 2003, if I remember right. When did the Outlaw truck come out?
Yep, about that time.
Yeah. I love that you picked this picture, Dan, for a couple of reasons. Here's the bullet holes right here, right?
Yeah.
That truck threw Louisville on its, I'm going to say on its ass. It didn't know what it was looking at when that truck came out. It just was something from somewhere, and they all just went, I just don't get it.
They all went, where's all the chrome?
Exactly.
Wait, you painted that primer? What?
What did you do to that?
You clear coated that primer?
Starter. It was a conversation starter for sure.
It was a lot of things starter, Brian. Conversations one.
That's what I'm saying. It just took it. Everything that Louisville thought it was just went flop.
Right.
Come on. I know you're a humble guy, Brian, but you know that the Outlaw was a game changer. And
it was a fun truck for sure. My dad told me when we sold that thing for $80,000 back after that show season, he said, son, this is the truck you're going to wish you'd have kept. And I said, no way. We'll build another one, but we have never built another one that built the excitement in the crowds that one did.
I was just going to ask you. I mean, are you missing it, and are you going to ever do anything like that again? Because it was just such a maybe it's just a one of a kind, one and done, and that was it. Now you're just moving away from. But man, what a truck! When I saw that thing, I was just I didn't know. I looked at every little detail, man. All the interior work you guys had done, just the detail, the touches and notes of detail into that truck. And I'm looking at TJ, my son-in-law at the time, and I said, nobody's gonna get this truck. They're not gonna know what the hell they're looking at. And I'm hearing everybody around going, "Hey, man, they painted everything and they ain't shiny."
And the
we'd
truth
get that occasional spectator that was, you could tell they didn't get it because they're scratching their head and they'd ask you, is this like a before and after? And like next year you're going to fix it up? Like, it's like, dude, you're missing it.
Yeah, I think that first year at Matt's, I think most people, it sort of the people, yeah. I think most people missed it, to be honest.
They're walking around going, "Well, I hope they get more time next year and they can finish it."
Maybe do a little better on that overspray.
Oh my gosh, Bryan! 4 states and the Chrome Shop Mafia and everything, the persona you created with let's go. I'm going to say it. The show. I mean, let's just face it, man. It opened up a gateway, right? I mean, it did. You can't deny that it did. And there was so much that went into that, and after that, I think even more so. I mean, what's your take on that? We haven't really expounded on it a lot because I know you like to just kind of keep it there, but not really focus on it.
Well, we were trying to think outside the box and kind of push the envelope, back in 02, 03, 04 when we did things like the Outlaw truck, and then being able to be part of Trick My Truck. We've talked about it, us three, but before Trick My Truck, you had to go back to BJ and the Bear. I mean, there was nothing in between for what I'd call primetime big rigs on TV. And it was neat to see Trick My Truck come along. And then, not too long, American Trucker and Ice Road Truckers and Wrecked and several other things. And probably the best part about being involved with Trick My Truck is it just got drivers and big rigs and trucking back out there in the public limelight in a more positive fashion than maybe it was before, and kind of got everybody aware of the industry and everything that goes along with it. So a lot of neat stuff. I mean, Trick My Truck was a great commercial for Chrome Shop Mafia and 4 State Trucks. It's a place you never think you would find yourself being able to participate in. I mean, I never dreamed when I was, 16, that we'd ever do anything on any sort of television show, local or national, you know, and then, this kind of falls in your lap, and it was a really neat experience.
Well, I think the show reignited the whole truck show scene. I mean, everybody started looking at trucks differently. They started going to more shows. I mean, the truck show world went from a small thing to a much bigger thing. It brought in a whole nother generation. I mean, I really think it made huge gains. It really turned everything on its ear.
Yeah. It was a cool thing to be part of. It was great.
Well, here you are too. At that point, I mean, you're a manufacturer, you're a fabricator, retailer, and you're kind of covering all the aspects of what's going on in that world. But think about all the manufacturers' eyes and ears that you got to bring it to the point where they're filling your store with their inventory now that they're making based on what they were seeing at that time being made by your guys in the shop and being put onto these trucks and the ideas that were being shared. I mean, we were making all of our own stuff back in those days pretty much, or stealing from the motorcycle guys, or, wherever we could find something cool and trick to put on our trucks. Like how I did that. We did. And now there's all these other people out there that have now become manufacturers to build all this stuff that guys can go to the 4 State Trucks and they can go buy this stuff and bolt it on.
Oh yeah, it built excitement on both sides of the truck. I mean, from the supplier and vendor side to the driver and owner operator to, like Dan said, the shows. And that's whether it's a big industry show like Louisville, Kentucky, or it's a more fairground show like a Big Iron up in Minnesota. It really like amped up the enthusiasm and participation and every aspect of it to some degree.
Yeah. No, I wholeheartedly agree. And here we are now. And I think the segue that I was kind of, looking at is the consistency and the longevity of where we're at together, Four State Trucks and 10-4 magazine. 29 years here, the magazine's been on it. We're heading to our 30th anniversary. Uh, there's some peaks and valleys in there, but we've stayed the test of time. We're here, and man, it's exciting. And people think about where they can go and they can get stuff for their truck. Four State Trucks comes up. People think about where they can read about where people got stuff for their trucks. They go to 10-4 magazine. We're the hot rodder magazine of trucking. That's always been my angle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that's us.
Yeah. I got kind of a fun fact. Dan, do you remember, this was probably about 2005. We were your easternmost distribution point in Joplin,
Right.
and look, you're coast to coast now, top to bottom. But I can remember when you and Eric would tell me we were one of your most easterly distribution points, and we've still got them by the front door today for anybody that walks in.
But
we walked across the country slowly for sure, but we got.
But one question, you know what I want to know, Brian.
Where's
the golf cart?
Exactly. Every September. I thought that was my golf cart.
We're not going to relive this again, are we?
It's not? Wait a minute. You mean it's not? For those that don't know, it's our little inside joke, but it is, Brian, you tell it best. I mean, honestly, if we're going to hash out a little storytelling, tell us the story.
10 years ago, we wrapped one of the golf carts that we run around the compound in 10-4 magazine vinyl graphics. A little red golf cart that we still use to this day. But during GBATs, we need every golf cart we own and more to facilitate the show. And every year, almost without exception, Big E would throw a crybaby fit because he wanted to use the 10-4 golf cart all weekend. And several times
that's what it was for.
I just gave in. Several years I gave in, but after about the third time, I said, Big E, go rent a golf cart, man. We got to have this one.
Hey, I'll tell you what, golf carts aren't easy to come by around GBATs. I mean, we and thanks to our friend Gary Jones and making it available for us to get a golf cart where he did somewhere out, I think it was Kentucky. He brought in a cart for us for GBATs. Oklahoma? Was that where it was? Okay, holy crap.
They were going long distances to get them for last GBATs. Yeah.
I mean, golly. Yeah, so 2023, we got some stuff coming up, right?
That's right. We're already working on it, actually.
I would imagine so. As is 10-4 and Trucking for Kids for 2023 as well. And that we won't dive down those holes at this point. Let's keep it 10-4 day, man. I'll tell you, and go back to our picks, and there's one for the ages right there. Boy, that's a great shot.
Yep.
That was Benny Hanna at the Hilton. 2003? Probably that same Vegas show.
Yep. Same year we had the Outlaw truck.
Yep. And
hey, let's talk about our. We got kind of a cool giveaway we're going to do today, don't we?
We do.
We'll get into that.
I think actually, you know what? I think that's the last photo right there, Dan. Who we got?
That's Vic Vaseline. That's our Trucker Tune author.
Oh, right on.
And Vic puts it out there, man. He does a great job. What a great artist and sense of humor.
Yep.
You guys haven't seen Vic, you need to get in the magazine and check that out. But yeah, that is our last shot there. Okay, let's talk about 10-4 day promotions. What's happening?
Dan, throw it out there.
Go ahead.
Right.
Dan, you're the man. I'm gonna bring up the ad over here, and while you're talking about it a little bit. There we go.
So, as Brian said earlier, he reached out to me late last week and said, hey, we should do something. And us being usually last minute, I thought, hey, really, thanks. You're right. We should. So we've spent most of the weekend scratching our heads trying to figure something out, and figured out, let's have a fun little contest here on 10-4 day and give away some stuff, and some great stuff, actually. We wanted it to be pretty special. So we 10-4 contributed quite a bit of stuff. Four State contributed quite a bit of stuff. And pretty much it the contest is going to begin basically as soon as this show is over, and it's going to run until midnight tonight, West Coast time. And so what we're asking you to do is take a selfie of yourself with a magazine, any 10-4 magazine, preferably in front of your truck if you have one, but you don't have to have one. And then
you do have to have the magazine, though. That's key.
Gotta have a magazine. And John, where are they posting it? Tell me a little bit about the behind the scenes of that.
So the way it's going to work is you guys are going to use the hashtags we're going to tell you about. And here's the important thing about hashtags. Hashtags only work if you do them correctly. So there's when we say to do a 10-4 hashtag, you have to spell it out. TENFOUR and of course 10-4 magazine. So no 10-4s, okay? Cindy, oh Lord, I have magazines. You're in, Cindy. And we'll be talking about Instagram and Facebook is where we're going to host the contest. Winner's going to be picked randomly if you follow directions and you're in there with your hashtags. And the statement, the sentences, Dan, what is it going to be again?
I'm looking here at Billy Joe's comment. So Billy Joe, get creative, put it up on your laptop there and take the website and take a picture of your, self with the website. We'll accept that.
You know what? I was going to just say, look, guys, you know what? If you don't have your actual magazine, just hold up your phone with the cover of the new cover of this month's magazine or whatever one you want. And just long as you get that cover of that magazine in, I think we're good, right? We're not going to, it's a digital age. We can do that. I mean, technically the magazine's available digitally anyways. So let's go with it.
Yep.
And we will pick winners randomly. Now, are we picking one winner for everything for 10-4 that we're giving away and everything 4 states giving away? One winner, is that it?
One winner. Winner.
Okay, and this is no joke either. So again, Dan and Bryan, run down what are they going to win?
Well, I can tell you 10-4 is going to provide a lifetime subscription to the magazine. We're going to supply, in honor of 10-4 Day, of course, some 10-4 bucks. Like,
whoa, wait a minute. 10-4 bucks.
Right. We're going to have one of each of our T-shirts.
I like that, man.
And as John is talking about, one of these insulated cups. And I want to tell you, these are very special insulated cups because we only had a handful of them made for our people for Christmas gifts last year. So we happen to have a few left over. We've never sold them or really offered them to the public. So you get one of these. These are awesome cups. So very limited. If you're a 10-4 aficionado or collector, that's going to be something you'll want.
This is some of the swag that you just don't get anywhere else, but right here, right now on 10-4 Day. Yeah, you just don't.
And then we'll throw in all the the usual miscellaneous magnets, stickers, coasters, all the usual 10-4 swag. Yep, coasters. There you go. See,
and there's more. And there's more.
But wait, there's more.
What is tell us about what 4 state are going to be kicking in?
We want to participate. We want to do a $100 gift card to your winner. We want to do a 4 state Chrome Shop hoodie, a 4 state long sleeve T-shirt, and a knit beanie, kind of a winter cap to go along with it. So count us in for that.
Woo, giving away the fall feeling, the warmth of the winters coming from 4 state trucks. I like it.
So I guess when you pick a winner, you'll have to get me a size.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Most of it's always a super trucker size, but we don't discriminate, right? And,
Right.
And I won't tell you if it's a coffee in here or not, but it is coffee actually today. There has been other beverages in here, but not just coffee. Keeps them warm or cold. It works either way.
So we're going to do this all day. We'll do it on Facebook and Instagram.
As soon as the show is done, it'll be posted up and everybody can read it again so they understand what's going on and what's happening. We got Alicia Hardwick in here tuning in. Have with someone here we go. There you go. I mean, why not live comments? Have someone stop the truck stop, take your pick with the mag cover. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I want you guys to be as creative as you can be. Honestly, there's only 2 rules: you and your magazine. The rest of it's up to you. I don't care what happens, but keep it respectable, of course. But whether you have the real magazine, the physical, or a digital version because all you got's your phone and you can bring it up that way, do that. That's fine. That works, right?
Tell me one more time. You've got your picture taken. How do you post it? Where do you post it?
So you're going to post, we're going to do the posts on Instagram and on Facebook on 10-4 Magazine. And you're going to post on that thread. And in that thread, so that thread's going to grow from everybody posting their pictures of themselves in it. And you're going to put your hashtags in there on your post with your picture. And that's all you got to do. And you can leave us a nice note and say happy 10-4 day. And I think we have a saying in there too, Dan, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't there something you came up with that tells us happy 10-4 day basically, or I want my 10-4 day.
You mean the hashtag?
Yeah. Along with the hashtag, because I'm looking at my emails right now and I've got so many, I can't even find the one that had all that information on it right now.
The only thing I had is happy 10-4 day 2022. That's
okay.
The hashtag.
There you go. Bryan, did you have one you want to throw in there for 4 states? Did we have one for you?
I hadn't thought ahead and don't really understand it. So I guess.
Okay, don't worry about it then. We'll roll with it then.
I'm with you.
I'm still a cut and paste guy, but to me that's scissors and tape, I'm that cut and paste guy.
Yeah, I got a Scotch tape around here and some scissors. I don't ever use them, but they're around here somewhere. My Miss Julia always steals them from me, but I never get them.
Well, let us know that winner come midnight.
And then also, so what we'll do, we have our regularly scheduled show with John tomorrow at 5 West Coast time. So at that point, we'll announce the winner on that day, and maybe we'll reach out to him if we can. I don't know if we can, but
we'll certainly give it a shot. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. And also tomorrow on tomorrow's show, we have a special additional day after 10-4 day promotion that we have that one of our 10-4 team 10-4 marketing partners has provided, and I'll put more out there about that tomorrow. But I got a very nice prize for somebody tomorrow that we're going to be giving away as well, and it's from one of our custom builders out there, and we'll talk more about that tomorrow. Bubba Branch, what is going on? Bubba's in the house, man. Boy, Bubba, did you get blown around about? I bet you looked at that hurricane and said, "Don't mess with me, man," because he's still here, man. We were going to have him on the show last Wednesday, and right when he texted me, he says, "I'm getting ready to go live right now," and that was it. That was the last I heard from him. Yeah.
Okay.
So I was assuming at that point that cell service probably finally had gone by the wayside, and Bubba's giving us a message right here, right now. And there you go. There it is, man. What a deal. Unbelievable. Guys.
I just want to finish with just wishing everybody a happy 10-4 day, happy 10-4 magazine day, whatever you want to call it. That's cool.
10-4 day.
Thanks, Bryan, for joining us here and helping us kick off this contest. I hope you guys have fun with it. In fact, I encourage you to have some fun with it.
Yeah. Hey, one quick comment. And now for next year, October 4th of 23 with your 30th, I mean, you guys need to give away a new Kenworth or something.
Oh, hey.
If you provide it, we'll give it.
Something big.
Hey. Right. You see that?
Right.
Is that
happy
pretty?
10-4 day, guys. Thanks for letting us play along.
All right.
Thank you, Bryan. You
guys
have a great day.
Bryan. We can't wait to see you again. GBATS 2023 is going to be some big doings, man. It looks like he's got to scoot and get to work and not have all the fun all morning with us. Well, it's noon there, so he's already been up and at it for a while. We're just getting rolling. So good deal, Dan. We got it out there, and happy 10-4 day, everybody. Super cool that we got so many people tuned in this morning and commenting and being a part of the show. So go through it one more time, guys, just so everybody knows. And again, we're going to post it up, but we will post in Facebook and over on our Instagram account, and it'll be this photo right here will be part of that post. Maybe a little something else added to it, but we're going to give you the instructions of what to do and how to win our special promotion for 10-4 days. So I can't wait to see. What's going on in everybody's minds and creative minds of what they post up there. But magazine and that's it. The two main things to get into the photo. Whatever else beyond that, leave it up to y'all to figure out.
Be creative, but be nice.
We are a family channel.
Yeah.
So, private submissions to the private messages. No? Okay.
Or not.
Or not. Or not. All right. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Dan, did you have anything else you wanted to cover out there? I think we pretty much got it all right.
We're good. I would just want to not only, like I said, wish everybody a happy day and enjoy it, and take a few moments to think about what it means to what you guys do. It's important, and you are important. You do a great job, and truckers are awesome, and they're out there killing it every day, doing what they got to do. And all the people that help us put this thing together for the last 29 years, our contributors, are all the way down to our distribution drivers that got a great group of them that have been with us for 20 to 25 years. Some of them, I mean, if we had time, I'd name them all, but there's a bunch of them. And just want to thank everybody for helping us to be out there and be able to have a 10-4 day for the 29th time. So looking forward to 29 more, and everybody keep up the good work, and thank you for all your hard work.
Couldn't say it better myself. I'm just sharing some of the comments, and I think it's great. You guys are all awesome.
Oh, Billy.
There's plenty. There's a bunch, man. There's a bunch. I love it. I have a thought too, guys. Something that we probably don't get enough of, and just remembering from my days out there running, and you pull in someplace to get some meal, and sometimes, even though all I did was run a day cab, we had those long hauls where we might run from Southern California up to all the way up in the Pacific Northwest, up into Seattle. We had some special runs we'd do, and a day of rest was consistent of a lay across the seats, grab a few Z's, and then once you kind of wipe the crusties out of your eyes, get rolling again and go. But nothing better than a good meal somewhere. So if you guys happen to see some of your fellow friends out there and haven't made friends yet with them, do that. Sit down and share a meal. Get friendly and get to know some of the guys out there on the road. There's a lot of good folks out there that might be just looking for a moment to share and have a little conversation, and be face to face rather than facing the mic and phones and long distance stuff. It's always good just to hang out and chat with one another. And maybe you're the guy that buys breakfast today or lunch or whatever it ends up being. Maybe it's going to be dinner now today here on 10-4 day, and let them know you're a fan of 10-4 and share that with them too. Share 10-4, man. We always love to have new people come into the family and into the magazine and be a part of that. So I think it's awesome. We have our own holiday. I just can't think of a better way to celebrate it than what we did here this morning. What a fun thing to do. And thanks, Bryan, for coming along, and Four State Trucks for being a partner of 10-4 for so many years. What a great partnership. And all the other folks out there too. You guys, there's plenty of you. You know who you are, and there's so many that along the years have come and gone, unfortunately, but we're still here, and we are going to continue to be that way. So have fun with it. You guys take care and have a good time out there. Dan, we'll talk on the other side. What do you think?
You got it.
All right. Guys, tune in tomorrow. We're going to be live at 5, and I've got a great show planned for you guys with, again, something real special from one of our builders. I'm going to tell you guys who he is and what he's going to be giving us to give away to you tomorrow. Let me just say it'll make your truck look good when it's breathing down the road. So at night especially. So if you can figure that out, you'll know what I'm talking about. Sean Rowe, hey, you know what, Sean? I'd love to, man, sometime. And when we start becoming the big budgeted media company that some of them are, maybe we can get out on the road more. That would be a lot of fun. To be out there on the road with a lot of you guys. Until tomorrow, though, 5 o'clock. Keep the shiny side up. Dan, we'll talk to you on the other side. Everybody else, have a safe day. Remember, get out there and make some friends. All right?
Oh.
All right.